This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Sophia Yvette.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Are you in need of a law firm? Well, one may be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Gustavo Mignucci with Mignucci Law Firm. Gustavo, it's great to have you on today. Now, we are so excited to learn all about you and your business. Please start off by telling our listeners a little bit about your company.
Thank you, Sophia. My name is Gustavo Mignucci. I'm from Puerto Rico, and I'm a personal injury lawyer. I also do a little bit of commercial litigation, some employment law, HOA law as well. So I help people in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex with car accidents, any sort of slip and falls, as well as contract disputes and business disputes.
Wow. Now, how did you originally get into this business?
One of my first jobs was with a personal injury law firm, and I realized that there's a lot of benefit to what us personal injury lawyers do. Deal with the insurance companies on behalf of, the individuals, just because a lot of people don't know what their rights are, and a lot of them get taken advantage of by the insurance companies because they don't know what to do, and like I said, what their rights are. So I fell in love with it just because I was able to help a lot of people, especially the Hispanic community, because a lot of Hispanic community people don't know what to do, and what their rights are and what they're entitled to from the insurance companies.
Wow, that's an amazing thing. And do you help those with green cards as well, or do they have to be citizens?
Luckily, in Texas, you do not have to be a citizen to pursue a personal injury claim. That's a big misconception. A lot of people think that they have to be citizens of the United States, or they need papers or a work visa, but that's not true at all. I can definitely represent you, and you are still entitled to compensation, even if you are not a citizen of the United States.
Now, Gustavo, we know marketing is the heart of every business. So, overall, who are your target clients or audience, and how do you attract them?
Yeah, so my target audience is anyone that was involved in an accident, that it wasn't their fault, and that they're injured. So whether they went to the hospital or they're still feeling pain after the accident, that's my clientele. I like to help out the Hispanic community. I'm one of the only attorneys here in the area that speaks Spanish. So a lot of other law firms, they need a translator or a case manager to help translate information. But no, a lot of my clients, they speak to me directly.
Wow. Now, have you ever thought about having your own podcast for the business before?
No, I've been on one other podcast before, but I want to spread the word. I want to help as many people as I can. So I'm definitely interested in learning more about the podcast and the social media stuff.
Now, Gustavo, please tell our listeners the number one takeaway they should gather from learning about Mignucci Law Firm.
Yeah, it's whenever you're involved in any sort of incident or business dispute, don't talk to the insurance company, don't talk to the defendant. Always call me, always call the attorney first, okay? Because these insurance companies, they're trained to get you to act like you're not hurt or to make it seem like it was your fault. And they try to get you to, sign releases, essentially settle the case before you know anything about your physical injuries or your car repairs, stuff like that. So the one thing I always stress to anyone involved in an accident or a business dispute is just to call me first. You don't have to say anything to the insurance company. It's always better to let me do the talking for you because I've handled well over 1,500 cases, so I know exactly what to say. The insurance companies, they know me as well, so they know they can't pull a fast one and try to take advantage of you.
Gustavo, you seem so passionate about this industry. Where does your heart for it come from?
Just helping people. I'm uh, you know being Hispanic, Puerto Rican. We're a minority, so I've seen a lot of people, even my friends and family, getting taken advantage of. So I like to be their voice and fight for them. I like the biblical story, David versus Goliath. I like being, David and going up against the big people, the big insurance companies. So I take a lot of pride in that, a lot of pride in helping people out and, getting them exactly what they deserve.
Wonderful. I love that. Now, final question for you. Where can our listeners go to learn more about Mignucci Law Firm?
Yeah, you can go directly to my website. It's www.mignuccilawfirm.com. That's Mignucci lawfirm.com. Or you can go to www.gus.lawyer. So that's just GUS.LAWYER.
Well, Gustavo, I really appreciate you being on the show today, and we wish you and your law firm the best moving
Thank you
forward.
so much for the invite. Yes, I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm here to help everyone out. So if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to give our office a call and we'll be happy to help.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpfrisco.com. That's gnpfrisco.com. Or call 469-221-9345.